Hi, I'm David L. Hoyt, and this is the story of Wordwinder. I'm the guy that does the jumble puzzle that you see in newspapers every day, although I don't draw the cartoon, that's Jeff Kanarick's job. I also create USA Today Up and Downwards and USA Today Word Roundup and a whole bunch of other puzzles. Word games and puzzles are my life. And last year, my partners and I invented a new game called Wordwinder. And we debuted it at the Chicago Toy and Game Fair, and a fourth grade teacher from Savannah, Illinois named Judy Mathers stopped by the booth, and she looked at it, she played it, and she said, you know, you've got one of the best educational games that I've ever seen, ever. I have to have this in my classroom. So at the time it was still a prototype. It kind of looked real, but it really was a prototype. So I spent a whole day making her a whole bunch of prototypes, and she put it in the classroom, started playing it with the students, and the response was amazing. We can't even believe it. In fact, it was so amazing that somehow she got CBS News to come out and do a news story about it.
I've seen a difference in their spelling. I've also seen a difference in their confidence level. A lot of times the kids are afraid to try things, but they found that they could try and there wasn't anything wrong to being wrong.
And then we had an opportunity to make a giant version of the game for an event in front of the NBC Tower. Now this had nothing to do with education, but it turned out that there were some teachers there also. And the teachers came up and they saw this giant version of the game. In fact, here's one of the giant boards right here. But at the time, that was also a prototype. And the teachers had the same response that they had when they saw the small game. They had to test this game in the classroom. So we started testing the giant version of the game here in classrooms in Chicago. Same spectacular result. And in fact, CNBC followed us around for a day last week in a school, and they interviewed the teacher, the students, and you'll actually get to see why Giant Wordwinder is so well received in the classroom.
When he came in and laid it all out, the kids immediately fell in love with it. I fell in love with it. And then when he spread out the giant board, just the enormity of it really intrigued the students. And they were excited to kick off their shoes and just get up and be engaged and move around.
I really like Wordwinder because it's a really fun game and you can set it up in a lot of different ways.
At first, when you look, there are millions of hidden words in there. And you also learn new words.
What I love about it the most as a teacher is that it's really easy to integrate it into whatever we're teaching.
In a word search, you can only go diagonal, up and down, side to side. With this, you can go in any sort of shape.
I think it's really cool how you can set the game up in different ways. It's like buy one, get a million free.
So what's happened is teachers have said that they want Giant Wordwinder in the classroom. We know how to manufacture the small game. And in fact, we know how to manufacture the big game. Now what we want to do is get this directly in the hands of teachers at an affordable price for schools. So what we're going to do, on April 29th, we're going to launch a Kickstarter campaign. This will allow parents, teachers, anybody to deal directly with us to get the game at a very affordable price. So before we launch the Kickstarter campaign, we wanted to come to you with this video so that you'll know what we're talking about, and we're hoping that you'll share this with as many people as possible. Because the more people that know about this and support the project, the easier it will be for us to keep the price as low as it can possibly be.